morning. You can be seated. I understand there's a few issues that need to be addressed.
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning. And also on behalf of the state, it came to my attention when I came into the courtroom this morning that there are actually two members of the media, at least, who have purported to set up cameras in the courtroom. I know Your Honor made a ruling about one particular person's access to that ability yesterday, but I also understand that it is the normal course of this court and generally in this courthouse to allow simply one camera for media feed purposes, and I think that rule should continue to apply. I'd ask for a ruling about that. I would also note that the family, the victims are present. They will not be called as witnesses for today's proceedings, but they are sitting in the courtroom. They have very strong feelings that they not be filmed as they watch this trial unfold.
Mr. Sales?
I have no objection to what the state is actually asking for. I mean, if that's kind of what the court usually does here, I would kind of follow that. I would probably just follow what the court wants me to do.
If I could add, Your Honor, I did check with a member of the press who's associated with King 5 Television, and he said that his equipment is set up to allow for a feed to any other journalists who would wish to access that.
Okay. I'll hear anything from King 5 first, if anything you want to say. I didn't know you were going to be here today.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm with King 5, David White. I shot the court on Monday, and we're back today. I was told by my reporter that we would be covering this today, and I have the ability to provide a feed, both audio and video, to any other media that would be here.
Michelle, anything you want to say in relation to the issue?
Yeah, I would just ask that the court recognize the notice given, the requirement for the GR-16. I'm not sure that King 5 gave it. I'm not sure if he's going to stay all day. I'm not sure what his plans are. I don't know if they're the same as mine, but I also want the court to know that I recognize that victims are to be protected, and the family members as well, the jury, and I respect that. And I would just ask you to consider my time that I spent putting in my notice and giving notice as well.
Okay. Well, I'll say this, that the indication yesterday was that my law clerk was emailed about it, and in fact, she was not. But it did come to my attention, GR-16 just indicates that permission has to be granted first.
Yes.
Ms. Shavlik, could you provide a feed to King 5 if I allow you to do the recording?
I could give him a copy, yes.
That's not a contemporaneous review of the proceedings.
Okay. No.
Okay. GR-16 specifically gives illustrative guidelines, and this court has regularly followed those guidelines. And in relation to those guidelines, paragraph 2, under pooling, it says, unless the judge directs otherwise, no more than one television camera should be taking pictures in the courtroom at any one time. It should be the responsibility of each broadcast news representative present at the opening of each session of court to achieve an understanding with all other broadcast representatives as to how they will pool their photographic coverage. The understanding should be reached outside the courtroom and without imposing on the judge or court personnel. So at the beginning of this case, when King 5 was here originally, I indicated that my intent from a media standpoint was going to be that there would only be one camera, and there would have to be a feed off of that camera. I'm going to stick with that ruling. I did not know they were going to be here this morning. So, Ms. Shavlik, I am going to have King 5 be the one camera that's permitted. You can work with them in relation to getting the feed so that can be worked out. In relation to the alleged victims' families, I did not hear whether or not your intent is to take photographic or video of them today or not.
No, Your Honor. Our intent is to do whatever you feel is proper for your courtroom.
Okay, so you're not specifically asking to be able to...
I am not, no.
So then I will also restrict that. It'll be solely in relation to the attorneys and the witnesses. You will not photograph the families today.
Understood.
All right.
Your Honor, one other thing, I would ask that if he decides to leave, that I be permitted to come back.
And
Or-
our intent is to spend the day, to be
Okay.
here today.
Okay.
I didn't hear what you said.
Our intent is to spend the whole day here.
The whole day. Okay, and you can work with him to get a feed, so you get direct feed in relation to what's going on.
Okay.
And you certainly can sit in here too, Michelle, like I'm not telling you you have to leave. All right, the next issue that needs to be addressed, are there any other issues?